looking through the window of love, the window of love. Here we go again. Yes, we are back. Hello, everyone. It is another beautiful day here in England. As you can see out of the window right now, we are looking across the landscape of Shropshire, which is the area in which I live. Yes, it is English Addict, coming to you live and direct from the birthplace of English, which just happens to be, I think you know where it is. Yes, it is England. It's a hot one, baby. It is really, really hot today. It is very hot in the studio. My poor computer is making some very strange noises. I think it might burst into flames any second now. So if I suddenly disappear, if I suddenly vanish from YouTube, you will know why. Hi, everybody. Shall we do it? This is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? Are you feeling happy today? I hope you are feeling good. I hope you're feeling as happy as can be. As happy as Larry. I'm not quite sure who Larry is, but I have heard he is a very happy man. Here we go then. Yes, my name is Duncan. I talk about the English language. You might say that I'm one of those up there. I am an English addict, and I have a little feeling going down my left leg that you might also be an English addict as well. So that's me. That's it, really. That's all I need to say. I suppose I could give you some other information as well. I am just over 6 foot tall. Is that interesting? Do you feel better now that you know that? I have size 9 feet. Size 9? I have very big feet. And Mr. Steve always makes fun of my feet. He says my toes are too long. Is there any part of your body? Maybe I shouldn't do this. Should I do it? Is there any part of your body that is unusual? I know I'm in trouble already. Already I am in trouble. I've only been on for 5 minutes. And already I'm in big trouble. So my feet are rather unusual. They're long, slim, but also my toes are almost like fingers. That's what Mr. Steve often says. He says my feet are very similar to the Pink Panther, a cartoon character. Have you ever seen the Pink Panther? He has very large feet. And Mr. Steve says that my feet are very similar to the Pink Panther because they're long, but they're not pink, fortunately. Well, not today anyway. So yes, we have made it all the way to the middle of the week and also almost, not quite, the middle of the week and the month as well. Because it is Wednesday. My feet are big, size 9. Now I'm sure there are people out there who have even larger feet. I bet your feet are larger than mine. Is it unusual for a woman to have big feet? I wonder. Is that a personal question? I wonder what the average size of a woman's foot actually is. Because many years ago, I know I've told you this before, but not for a long time, Many years ago, I was working in sales, and for a short time, I worked in a shoe shop. Can you believe it? Can you imagine me bending down and handling people's stinky feet? I used to do it a very long time ago in my youth when things were tough and I had to do whatever it took to get on in this world. So yes, I did work in a shoe shop, and for a while I was on the ladies department, and I noticed that ladies, women, often have small feet, and also the way in which women's feet are measured is slightly different from men's. Men's feet, of course, quite often large. I would say the average size of a man's foot is maybe 8 or 8.5. That is, I think that is 42 in European size. So that's the other problem. When you are measuring a person's feet, the measurements in different countries are slightly different. So here in the UK, we say size 9. However, on the continent, it is size 43, which is quite confusing when you think about it. But I think women's feet generally are smaller than men's feet, more dainty. I definitely don't have dainty feet. If there is one part of my body that I am ashamed of, okay, maybe 2 parts of my body that I'm ashamed of. If we are going to get personal today, I'm willing to do it. No problem. My feet. I would like to change my feet. I would like my feet to be a little bit more pretty and attractive. Rather like my hands as well, because I have very long fingers. My fingers are long, as you can see. Hello to the live chat. Already I am getting some really interesting questions concerning feet. I wasn't expecting to talk about that today, but we are, and we'll talk about anything really, I suppose, if you want to. It's not a problem. Ooh, as a way of distracting you from that subject, look outside. It's a very, very nice day today. Another hot one. And yes, the sun is out. You can see the blue sky. There are some small clouds flying overhead, but generally it is another hot day. And guess what? On Sunday that is coming, it is going to be, they think, the weather forecast has predicted that next Sunday is going to be the hottest day ever on Sunday. And guess what? We are here on Sunday as well, live. So you can join me on Sunday live, and together we can share the hottest day ever in the UK. They think it might reach as high as 38 Celsius, or maybe even 40 on Sunday. So please think of me on Sunday, because I will be here in the studio. No doubt I will be baking like a fresh scone. I think so. So that's what I'm doing this week. Oh, another thing I'm doing this week. Have you noticed? I've started doing some special videos on my Instagram account. Many people surprised to find out that now I have Instagram. I will put the address on the screen. There you can see some of the posts from my Instagram. And here is the main profile. And you can see the details there. So there is the name of my Instagram account. And there is my lovely face staring at you with a big smile. So at the moment I have around 1,047 followers on Instagram, and I've started putting some new videos on there every day. In fact, as soon as I finish this, I am going to go into the garden and I will go over to Instagram to make a new short lesson on there. So I am keeping myself rather busy this week. There it is for a few more moments on the screen. The real Mr. Duncan. That's me, by the way. Another thing to mention, this week I've been doing some special live streams, short live streams on my mobile phone. And here it is in my hand right now. I'm not doing it today. Of course I'm not, because today I'm with you in my studio, so I don't need to use this. But I have been coming onto YouTube and doing some short live streams. What do you think? Is it a good idea? Is it a good idea if I come on from time to time and say hello? Normally, I will be using my mobile phone. So if you think it's a good idea, I might do it more often. Please let me know if you would like to do that and if you would like to watch some spontaneous live streams as well. Please let me know and I will do it just for you. Hello to the live chat. Oh, very interesting. We have a very intriguing situation taking place on the live chat. Oh, the champion is back. He's back. Congratulations, Vitas. Congratulations to you. You are first on today's live chat. It's too hot. It's too hot to give applause. I'm hot already. My poor computer is now running at around 89 degrees, which I think might be too hot. So if I suddenly disappear today, you will know why. You will know that my computer has burst into flames, and I would not be surprised if that happened. Hello also Zazika. We also have Claudia. Hello Claudia. I hope you are keeping well there as well. Magdalena, hello to you. Thank you for joining me again. Yes, we do have, I think we have 2 Magdalenas watching. I think we might have 2. Very interesting. So hello to Magdalena P. Thank you very much for joining me again today. We also have Paolo. Oh, Paolo. Nice to see you here. Would you like to see something that Paolo has sent? And he has also posted it on his YouTube channel. So Paolo, hello Paolo. I hope you are watching. Here is the song that Paolo has decided to sing, all about me.
Hello, Mr. Duncan. Twice a week is too few for me and for all your viewers, I think so. Please, 3 times a week it would be better, much better, I think so. Well, I'll give you this song, the second song for you. Everybody disappears.
Thank you very much to Paolo for that, and what a brilliant song. All about my live lessons, but also I believe you are singing about the fact that you want more of this. Really? Well, guess what? At the moment, I am with you almost every day, doing my normal live streams and also doing some extra live streams as well on my phone. So thank you very much, Paolo, and thank you for your song dedicated to my lessons and how much you appreciate them. Thank you very much. I'm moved, actually. And can I say that you play the guitar very well indeed? Yes, a few years ago, well, when I say a few, I mean around about 30 years ago, I used to work in a shoe shop, and I had to spend every day handling, touching people's feet. And to be honest with you, at first I did not enjoy it. I didn't like it at all. But of course, if you are doing a job that you don't really want to do, then you have no choice. You have to do it. I didn't like it at first, especially men. When I had to serve men and they would take their shoes off, quite often they would be quite stinky. Women, no. I don't know why, but I never noticed whether a woman had smelly feet or not. But definitely men. Quite often they would come in on a very hot day like today, and they would want a new pair of shoes, and they would take their shoes off, and oh dear, it was as if someone had left cheese outside in the hot sunlight. Not a pleasant thing, to be honest, but this is much better. I enjoy this much more. There are no terrible smells in this job. Unless Mr. Steve is here, of course, and maybe he lets out a little peep, beep, 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 beep. Maybe. Can I say hello to Monbar? Hello. Yes, it is hot today. It is around about, I think it's about 26, maybe 27 Celsius today. So it is warm. However, down south, in the south of England, it is around 30 degrees, maybe even 31. So on the southeast coast, that is where it is the warmest, and it is very hot at the moment here in the UK, and it's going to get hotter. So on Sunday we can share together the hottest day ever that's ever happened on Sunday. Coming up today, we have lots of things to show you. I suppose I might show you something unusual here. Now, this is something that I don't normally do, but I'm going to do it now. Would you like to have a look at the cameras that I use? So these are the cameras that I'm using today to bring all of the images. Here they are. So here is the first camera that I'm using today, and you can see the view. So that is the main view looking out of the window. A lot of people don't believe that these cameras are actually live, but they are. And here is the other camera. This one is a much smaller camera. This is my old Canon camera. And there you can see today's view on the screen right now. And then my big main camera, which is showing the background behind me. So there they are, just to prove that I do use 3 cameras during my live streams to show the view. There is the proof. I don't know why people doubt me. You shouldn't really. It's rude. And there it is. You can see today's view behind me. That is live, looking out of the window. I believe a helicopter just went past. Did you see the helicopter? A helicopter just went by. I don't know what it was doing. Very unusual. Can I say hello to OK or Octay? Hello, Octay. Nice to see you here today. A lot of new names joining me today. We have Beyond Awake. We also have 100 DOB as well. Yes, I agree with you. Paolo is very good at playing the guitar. I think so. Hello to Marwa, or should I say Marwa, Marwa, near or far, there will always be Marwa, Marwa, Marwa. Hello, Marwa, who apparently has dainty feet. Dainty. It's a nice word, isn't it? If something is dainty, it is small and well formed. Sometimes fragile. So maybe a fragile thing, something that might easily break, can also be described as dainty. Small, perfectly formed. So apparently Marwa has dainty feet. Very nice. I wish my feet were dainty, but they're not. My feet are long and weird, and I have big toes that look like fingers. I think so. Very useful for hanging upside down from branches, I believe. Hello, Kanchan. Hello to you as well. Nice to see you here. Hello to Monbar. When the humidity is 70 and the temperature is between 50 and 55 Celsius, come and tell me that the weather is hot, because you are now living in bliss. You are in paradise. Yes, I suppose so, but you have to remember something. Here in Britain, the UK, or here in England, we are quite often annoyed by the weather. Always. I think I mentioned this yesterday. We are always annoyed by the weather. We always complain about the weather. Either too hot, too cold, too wet, too windy. So whatever the weather is doing on that particular day, here in the UK, people will complain. They will always say, oh, it's too hot. It's too hot. Or maybe it's too cold. So yes, so it doesn't have to be very hot here for people to complain. So I don't know what's going to happen on Sunday, when apparently we are going to reach maybe 39 or 40 Celsius here in the UK. It's never happened before, ever. In history, it's never happened. Hello, Dave Noog. Hello, Dave. You are apparently watching in a very hot France. It is amazing how many people watch in France, and I'm always happy to see you here. Very nice. Hello, Kanchan. Kanchan Kumari. Hello to you. Nice to see you here. Have you put my photograph on your profile? Because that looks like me. Either that or you are my twin. Kanchan, I think you might be my long-lost twin. I think so. Hello also to... Can I say hello to... Oh, Vittoria is here. Thank you very much for joining me as well. We have a lot of things to talk about today. We are looking at words and phrases connected to play. The word play. And we will be going through all of the uses of the word play as well. And let's just say there are many uses of the word play. And we will be looking at that a little bit later on. But first, actually, I have a lot of nature to show you today as well. I've just realised lots of things connected to nature. 2 nights ago, I decided to go outside and do a little bit of filming, as many of the farmers around here are preparing and some of them have already started their summer harvest. So I thought it would be nice to have a look at a video that I filmed 2 days ago as one farmer was beginning to collect and bring in the summer harvest. I hope you enjoyed that. A beautiful sight from my window the other night, just 2 nights ago, and yes, it would appear that the summer harvest has begun. Do-do-do-dee-dee-dee-dee. It's hot. I'm sure you are becoming annoyed, maybe tired, maybe you don't want to hear me say it, but it is hot, very hot, incredibly hot here in the studio because I have to have the windows closed because the flies are coming in, and then also I have to keep the door closed because Mr. Steve is doing things. He came back from work at the very same moment that I started my live stream, so I could hear Mr. Steve entering the house. Hello 100 DOB. Those cameras seem very expensive, but of course they are necessary to create the fine videos like this. Yes, I have a few cameras. Some of them are not good quality, whilst others are professional quality, so they all have their own uses. But yes, you are right. In fact, just as a matter of interest, for those who are interested, the camera that is showing me is a Nikon DSLR. It's a Nikon D600, which is actually photographing me. Behind me, that is something else. That is a Panasonic camera, for those who are interested. Hello Monbar, you have a very good nature, and if I was an elder, I suppose I can visit this beautiful nature, but unfortunately I am too young. Well, maybe one day. One of the things to have if you are young is to have plans for your future. There's nothing wrong with that. Make a list of the things you would like to do in your life and then try to do them. Something very strange happened yesterday. I was in my conservatory and I noticed a small insect on the window. And then I realised what it was. It was actually a grasshopper. Would you like to have a look at it? So there it is. That is the actual grasshopper that was on my window yesterday. I took a photograph with my mobile phone. But the strange thing is, if you look closely, it actually looks as if it's smiling. It looks as if it has a smile on its face, which I love. I think that's quite nice. I actually thought maybe the grasshopper was smiling for me because I was taking its photograph. So I thought that was rather nice, a little strange moment of nature yesterday with a grasshopper. And yes, we do get grasshoppers here in the UK, and at this time of year you can find them in many places, including sometimes inside your house as well. So there it was. Some more nature coming up in a few moments. We have a baby blackbird learning to drink water coming up. Also, we have baby pigeons as well. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? Well, guess what? You are going to see one today, right here on the live stream. Can I say happy birthday, by the way? Happy birthday to two famous actors celebrating their birthdays today. Happy birthday to Harrison Ford and also Patrick Stewart. They are both celebrating their birthdays. Harrison Ford is 80 today. Can you believe it? Indiana Jones is 80. That's incredible. And he has been filming a new movie, a new Indiana Jones movie. Interesting. And also Patrick Stewart is 82 today. So happy birthday to those two guys. Both of them, of course, connected to science fiction. Harrison Ford, Star Wars and Blade Runner. And of course, Patrick Stewart connected to Star Trek and also X-Men as well. I'm not sure, is X-Men science fiction? I want to say it is, but I'm sure someone, one of those comic book geeks, will write to me and say, "Hello, Mr. Duncan. We would like to say that you are wrong. The X-Men is not science fiction. It is actually superhero. The classification is superhero comic book. Superpower heroes, Mr. Duncan." Okay, that's fine. If you want to say that to me, you can. Anyway, happy birthday to those two actors anyway. Thank you very, very much. Also, we have, Christina is here. Hello, Vank, who says, "Mr. Duncan, what are they harvesting?" They are harvesting wheat at the moment. So they have been harvesting wheat over the past couple of days. But also we have other fields nearby that have barley as well. So this year it would appear that many farmers are actually growing barley and wheat at this time of year. Vitas asks, was that a locust or a grasshopper? It's actually a grasshopper. We don't get locusts in this country, fortunately, but we do get grasshoppers, which are much smaller. But they also can be annoying as well, especially when they're in your house and you are trying to catch them. Very, very difficult. Hello also to English Nerd. Hello, English Nerd. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. Yes. Hello also to... We have some very interesting messages today coming through. Thank you very much. I won't answer all of them, but I always try my best to anyway. Coming up in a few moments, we are looking at words and phrases connected to the word play. Play. To play. And also I will be explaining and expressing all of the different uses as well of the word play. But first of all, would you like to see a baby pigeon? Have you ever seen a baby pigeon ever in your life? Well, guess what? In a few moments, in fact, a few seconds from now, you are going to see one in my garden. There are many baby pigeons around at the moment, and there you can see one of them that has been in my garden. In fact, there are one or two, although I have to say, sadly, this year there aren't as many as last year. And the reason is, I think lots of predators have been coming into the garden and they've been taking the eggs. And I know this for a fact because I found lots of shells in the garden, small shells that have been broken open by predators such as magpies. In fact, quite often magpies will rob from other birds' nests, unfortunately, and they will break the eggs and eat what is inside. But we have, I think we have about two at the moment. We have two baby pigeons that are in the garden, and they look very, what's the word? They seem bewildered by the environment around them. Because what you have to remember, baby pigeons will actually stay in the nest until they are fully grown. So they don't fledge, they don't leave the nest until they are actually fully grown. They are almost adult size. So that's why you never see very small pigeons or baby pigeons. You never see them because quite often they will stay in the nest until they are fully grown. Palmyra is here. Oh, Mr. Duncan, I am following more than 3 months of a family of seagulls near my window on the roof. My mother, the mum, the dad and the newborn baby. It is very interesting. There is something fascinating and magical about being very close to something happening in nature. So I agree with you. I think it's amazing. I think it's one of the most amazing things if you can actually be in a place where something maybe unusual or something connected with nature is actually occurring. So thank you, Palmyra, and please keep us notified of what is happening with the baby seagull outside your window. Quite amazing. It is amazing also if you go abroad. I remember one time, Mr. Steve and myself, we went to, where was it? We went to Madeira, and there was one particular place we visited, and there were lots of tiny little lizards running around. And then they would, if you put your hand on the ground, they would go onto your hand and they would start biting your hand. But it felt very strange. So it wasn't painful, and they didn't draw blood, but I think they were just interested in the new experience of walking around on your hand. So quite interesting, yes. If you visit other countries, other places that you've never been before, you might find that you will come across unusual insects or animals. So today we are looking very briefly at words and phrases connected to play. It is a common word in the English language, one that is used quite a lot, but it also has lots of different uses as well, lots of different ways of being expressed. So I thought very briefly we would go through most of the definitions of the word play. So first of all, number one, play means to engage in activity for enjoyment and recreation rather than a serious or practical purpose. So something that is being done, but it's not being done in a serious way. Maybe some type of recreation is often described as play. 2, also a verb. Play means with an object, engage in a game or activity for enjoyment. Of course, quite often we will talk about sports, different types of sport where you are maybe kicking a ball or maybe you are hitting a ball. You are using something to play, a sport. Another verb, play, can also mean to amuse oneself by engaging in imaginative pretense. Play, to imagine, to daydream, to wander off in your thoughts. You amuse yourself as a way of passing the time. And there are many ways of doing that. Many ways. Another verb, play, can also mean, when used with an object, it can mean represent a character in a theatrical performance or a film. So you might play a part, the part or the role of a certain character in a movie or a theatre production. Once again, we have another verb. Play can also mean to make a move in a game. Maybe you show a card if you are playing a card game, or maybe you move a piece if you are playing chess or dominoes, or maybe checkers. Here's another one. Another verb, the word play, to cause music or other sounds to be heard through the use of a device is play. So you might play some music on your phone for other people to listen to, or maybe you listen to it by yourself. You play some music. You are listening to the music, which means that you are playing the music. Another verb, the word play, a position being held by someone taking part in a sporting event, is play. We might also say position, so a person is playing in a certain position or a certain role whilst doing a sport. Or taking part in a sport. Another one, number 8, another verb without an object, to move lightly and appear to dance around, is play. So maybe the sunlight is shining through the leaves on a tree, and you might say that the sunlight is playing with the leaves. The light is shimmering, or maybe something appears to be moving in a very attractive way. Another one, another verb. As you can see, there are many uses of the word play. To perform on a musical instrument is play. Of course, you might play the guitar like Paolo did earlier on. Number 10, to be at play is self-amusement. So maybe you are doing something to occupy yourself in a fun way or an amusing way. You play. You are at play. So that is a noun. We are using that as a noun. Another noun connected to play, the conducting of a sporting match. It is the second day of play. So you are saying that that sporting event, the thing is still carrying on. It is the second day of play. A sporting event is being held. Number 12, a pre-rehearsed theatrical performance is play. You put on a play. Once again, we are using this as a noun. Mr. Steve will be appearing in a play this weekend, and I will be going along to see it on Saturday. Another noun, play, a button or switch used to activate a device. So perhaps you might press a play button. The play button is something you press. It is an actual thing. It is an object. The thing you press is the play button. And now we have some phrases connected to play. Here is a well-known expression, a person who likes to play dangerously or do things that might be risky or dangerous. We might say that a person will play with fire. So that describes the action of doing something dangerous, doing something that might bring harm to you. You play with fire. You are doing something risky or dangerous. It might bring harm your way. A person might play hard to get. Maybe a person is interested or attracted to another person, but that person pretends not to be interested. They are pretending not to care, even though they also would like to get to know that person much better. So if you play hard to get, you are pretending to be distant and uninterested. especially if someone is pursuing a relationship with you. You play hard to get. Here is something that I am often accused of. People accuse me of playing the fool. If you play the fool, it means you act in a silly or childish way. Mr. Duncan, he always likes to play the fool. He pretends to be silly and childish. Or maybe he pretends to be stupid. He likes to play the fool. Play around. Oh. Now this is a very interesting phrase that is often used in English. If someone likes to play around, it means they don't want to stay loyal to one person. They want to have as many experiences as possible. Quite often used when we are talking about relationships. So maybe a man who likes to have lots of different girlfriends, we might say that he likes to play around. Or maybe if a man is in a relationship, or a woman, maybe in a marriage, and maybe that person likes to go and look for other people outside the relationship, we might say that that person likes to play around. Naughty. Here's another one. Play dead. A person might play dead. Quite often in nature, an insect or an animal will pretend to be dead to put off the predator. So maybe if a predator comes down and the insect is aware of it, it will pretend to be dead. And then the bird or the predator will fly away or move away. Play dead. So to pretend to be dead. You act as if you are dead. And quite often it is used as a defense mechanism in nature. To play up. Oh, if something plays up, it means it is not acting or behaving in the way that it should. Maybe a child will play up. They are being really annoying. They are making a noise or a mess. They play up. Or if something is not working properly, maybe your television or your mobile phone is not working properly, we can say that your phone is playing up. It is not working properly. Here's another one. Play out. To finish or to continue a story. Maybe you want to see how a story ends. You want to see how that story will play out. Also, something you are doing towards the end of an event. Maybe you play a piece of music at the very end of a show or a live stream. You play out. You are finishing with that thing. So if you want to see how something will play out, you want to see how it will end, how it will finish. When one person is chasing another person, you might say that they are playing cat and mouse. One person is pursuing or following, and the other one is trying to avoid that person. They are playing cat and mouse. One person is pursuing another. You play cat and mouse. If you play down something, to play down something is to pretend that something is not as serious as it really is. So if you play down something, it means you are pretending that something is not serious. Maybe you play down an injury. Maybe you've injured yourself, but you don't want other people to know. You play down your injury. You pretend that everything is all right. Here's another one. To be played. Now this is an interesting one. To be fooled or deceived by another person. We might say that you have been played, you have been fooled, or cheated, or used by another person. To be played. And finally, this is quite a good one as we are running out of time. You might play for time. If a person decides to play for time, then you will notice that a person is trying to delay something or to make something last longer than it should or it needs to. You play for time. You are hesitating. You are causing a delay for a certain reason. You play for time. Quite often a person will play for time when something bad is about to happen. Maybe they don't want to do something. Maybe a thing is about to happen. But they try to play for time to keep that thing from happening. You are doing something to distract from that event. You're trying to extend your moment of comfort. You play for time. And that is it. I hope you've enjoyed that list, that big long list of words and phrases connected to play. And of course you can watch this again and again with captions as well later on. So if there is anything you missed, anything you didn't understand, don't worry, you can watch all of it again on YouTube. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. One thing that I'm going to leave you with before I go. Yesterday evening I was in the garden and I noticed there were lots of young blackbirds flying around. And there was one blackbird that caught my eye because it was sitting on the big bird bath. And it was trying to drink. But I think this particular bird was actually new to the world because it seemed to be having a few difficulties. Here it is. So this is a baby blackbird, a very young blackbird, and it's trying to drink some water. But the only problem is it is distracted by its own reflection. So what it's actually doing is it's looking at the water, but it can see itself. It can see its own reflection. And it's slightly confused. It doesn't understand why it can see another blackbird staring back. And it also seems slightly afraid of the water. So this little blackbird, who has probably only been flying around for maybe a day or two, is now trying to drink some water, but it doesn't really know what it is doing. It is trying to learn how to do it. Oh, it looks as if it's becoming a little bit more comfortable now with the situation. Go on, have a little drink. It's all right. It's only your own reflection. You don't realise, but that is you're looking at. It seems a lot more comfortable now. So this particular bird has only left the nest maybe a couple of days before. So this young blackbird is learning how to feed and how to drink. Ooh, it's also learning how to scratch as well. I think it has a little itch. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that absolutely beautiful? A baby blackbird, and that's where we are going to end today. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. I hope you have enjoyed everything today. And yes, maybe tomorrow I might do a short live stream tomorrow on my mobile phone. We will see what happens. I'm not making any promises. I am now going over to Instagram because I'm going to film a new word of the day on there as well. If you want to follow me on Instagram, my details are on the screen now. That is the name of my Instagram page. And yes, I do have around 1,047 followers on there. So you can catch me on there as well. There is a new word being posted on Instagram every single day. Thanks for joining me. It's time for me to go now. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. If I'm not with you tomorrow, I will be back on Sunday with Mr. Steve as well. We will be here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay happy. Keep that smile upon your face as you move amongst the human race. And I will see you right here very soon. And of course, until the next time we meet here, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Of course you do. Ta-ta for now.